Welcome back to As We Speak. Last week we learned what it means to be a responsible digital parent. A big part of this is setting up practical and simple screen time habits. This week, Barry Lee Cummings of Meet The CyberBully organization here in the UAE gives us his top tips. What are healthy screen time habits? Do you have a list that we can sort of just checklist off?
First thing I would say, number one on the list, is look at some software to manage that screen time. There's things like, it's called Screen Time, the app is called Screen Time.
Right.
That can help you with that, to just set those boundaries. When it comes to their activity on there, I would also start to implement rules where they are in a shared space in the home, so that they're not isolated up in their room for hours on end, if it's possible. It used to be that you would say, put the family computer in the living room, but those days are long gone. Everyone's got a mobile device. But as much as possible, still being in the physical area means that mum and dad can still see facial recognition in terms of what they're doing and how they're reacting. The third thing is to, in an ideal situation, not allow them to utilize headphones. Right. So that you can actually hear what's going on. So this is very important with online gaming, where the live chat is available. Sometimes you don't want them hearing certain things that are going on these servers. And then the final one I would say is that there is absolutely no reason why at bedtime a mobile device has to go to the bedroom. So for charging purposes, they stay downstairs. Bedtime, children go to bed, devices are downstairs. They will come up, I need it for reading, I need it for alarm clock. All of the excuses in the book will come out, but actually there's a solution to all of those.
How do we just become digitally aware? Do you think parents today are digitally aware even at the rate that technology is moving?
I think some are, but I would, again, based on the conversations that I've had with parents in schools in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, I would say the majority are not. That they are distant from their children's digital lives, and therefore they're not aware of what's going on. And there's a number of different reasons for that. The biggest one is time. You know, with everything going on, running a house, running the children, getting them to school, feeding them, getting them to extracurricular activities, life in general, there isn't a lot of time left to spend on yourself. But I would, again, emphasize the fact that once the kids are in bed, and you are going to sit down, you might usually turn on the TV, or more likely you're going to be on your phone doing something on social media, is take a bit of that time to look at some of the things online. You know, again, not to blow our own trumpet, but we try to provide as much content around this. You've got other things coming out from government entities, but also keep an eye on those organisations that are providing information from your home country, wherever that be. So things like Common Sense Media, subscribe to their newsletters so that something is coming in. And even if you're just reading the headlines that, oh, there's a new app that's come out, these are some of the issues, that's a good way to start to stay up to date. Set up something like a Google Alert, which is free, for technology, for digital technology, for new children's apps. And then anything that comes out in the media around that, Google will send you an email and say, this is what's going on, so that you can stay up to date with what's going on. And then hopefully, again, it's only my opinion, but the safety of our children should be sort of paramount on every parent's list. So it's a subject that we should make time for, to learn a bit more about, to dig a bit deeper, so that we can be the resource that our children turn to.
Barry has given us some very interesting learning and talking points. It's us parents who sensationalize sort of fake news or things that we don't understand on the internet. The thing is, we're not doing it intentionally. We're doing it simply because we're worried and we want to protect our children. So the key to not doing this is really to become more aware, to educate ourselves better, to set up those key Google alerts, which I think are incredible and I'm definitely going to do, and, you know, make sure that we set those healthy screen time habits, you know, 1 hour a day or 2 hours a day, whatever it is that works for your family, and, you know, no devices to go up with our kids. Next week, we're going to discuss social media apps with Barry, the ones that our kids are on all the time, and just raise some awareness about what we need to look out for, what our kids love about them so much, and how we can just enjoy this social media journey with them together. I hope you really enjoyed this episode. I hope it's answered some of the questions that you've been wanting to ask. And if there's anything more that you want to talk about, please do comment below. Please like this episode, please subscribe, and please share it with your friends and family. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next week. Bye!